Welcome to Module 3.
Yeah.
So we have just gone through his first meditation where he has successfully, in his mind, demolished the two principles on which all these beliefs are based, so reason and the senses. And so he's now, I guess, wondering at the start of this second meditation, what does he have left? And at the moment, he has nothing that is certain other than that radical doubt he developed towards the end of the first meditation.
So he says to himself, well, what can I believe? Perhaps the only thing I can believe is the fact that I can't believe anything.
Crazy stuff.
I know. So now Descartes begins this project of trying to find something that he can believe and actually know for sure. So he starts kind of casting around for suggestions about something that he can actually know for sure. And the first thing he comes up with is, well, maybe I can know for sure that there's a God. So remember, it was quite common in Descartes' time to be very religious. So this is an obvious thing to come to Descartes' mind. Maybe I can be sure that there's a God, and maybe it's God who's causing me to think all this stuff. So maybe God is putting into me the thoughts that I'm now having, and I can know that for sure.
Yeah. But then he starts doubting this in his way. He does that dialogue within himself and saying that, well, why am I actually thinking this when I myself may just be the author of those thoughts?
Yeah,
so then there's no God, and therefore nothing is certain. He's reduced himself to no certainty. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, I think so. So he's begun by saying, well, how am I thinking all these thoughts? Maybe God's putting them into me.
Yeah.
So therefore maybe God exists.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, maybe I could just be coming up with the thoughts.
Yeah.
So maybe God doesn't have to exist. I could just be the author. What the author means, like the creator of my own thoughts.
Yeah.
So nothing is certain. So then Descartes comes in and says, well, this is exciting. Like, what if I'm the author of my own thoughts, then maybe that means I can know something for sure, the fact that I exist. If I'm making up my thoughts, then surely I must know that I exist.
Yeah.
To make up those thoughts.
Yeah, but then he attacks himself again and is going, but I've just proven that I have no senses and I have no body. But so aren't I so connected with those things that if they don't exist, I don't exist? So then there's nothing in the world and there's nothing I can be true.
So he doubts that he has a body, and how can you exist without your body?
Yeah.
So maybe, he knows nothing.
And he doesn't exist.
But no, Descartes comes in and says, well, that doesn't make sense, because even if I've convinced myself that I have no body, I've still convinced myself of something.
Yes.
So even if I have no body, I still must exist in some way. If I'm thinking these thoughts and being the author of my own thoughts, I must exist in some capacity.
Yeah. But again, he responds and is like, but no, I have this radical doubt. There is a demon that exists that is deceiving me. So isn't that deception, that demon, aren't they just the author of my thoughts? And therefore, I potentially do not exist and I know nothing.
Yeah, maybe the demon's just tricking you into thinking you're making up thoughts when actually they're coming from
the demon.
Yeah. But even if the demon was deceiving him into thinking he was the author of his thoughts, he still must exist, because who are you deceiving if the person you're deceiving doesn't exist? The demon has to be deceiving someone.
Yes.
And therefore, either way, he must exist.
Okay.
So this is Descartes' most famous conclusion. He's come to the conclusion after all of that, that there is one thing that he can trust for sure. He can trust the proposition, I exist. And this is his famous statement, I think, therefore I am. So I have thoughts, I'm thinking thoughts,
Yes.
therefore I must exist.
Well done, Descartes.
And in Latin, what is this?
Cogito ergo sum.
Oh, I'm what a disgrace. No, so like, let me give you the Latin translation, because cogito means think, I think. Because, don't fall asleep, pay attention. Cogito, does that remind you of any word?
Like a spell in Harry Potter.
No, you loser. Cogito, like cognition,
Oh.
Thinking.
Yeah.
So I think, ergo, that kind of sounds like therefore.
Yeah.
Sum means to exist. Cogito, ergo, sum.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay, no, but it is a nice conclusion of Descartes, and I'm glad that after demolishing everything we felt as if we knew about ourselves and our lives, he's given us something.
Yep, and this is the first conclusion of the second meditation.
Okay, and how many conclusions is there?
3, so we've got 2 more to get through.
Woohoo.
I think we're getting a bit too cynical.